Hotties, it's me Scotty here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial, we're going to be doing eyeliner. I'm going to show you guys on how to get fleeky eyeliners every time. Also, I'll also be discussing the type of eyeliners there are and how the difference of an eyeliner can make your eye look. So, if you see me in different outfits, it's because each part of a tutorial is from different days. So, I mean, you probably seen this look already, like this makeup look, this outfit, you know, you probably seen this already in my previous video, the spring is coming makeup look, I believe. So just know these are all being taken different days. Getting that out of the way. I just want to give you guys a little tip and trick right now. So when working with eyeliner, you want to know the different kind of liners you want, like whether it's gel, liquid, pencil. There's different kind of eyeliners. I recommend that you use either gel or liquid for the top and then gel and pencil for the bottom. I recommend that very much. If you do the gel and liquid, because of the type of brushes and the tips, the felt tips they have, you'll get more of a precise cut. I mean, you can't really see right now because of the shadows I have, but you'll get more of that sharp look. If you use a pencil, it's going to be more of a rounded tip, and you know, I mean, if you're into that, great, you know, but if you want it to be sharp, that's not how to do it. I mean, unless you clean it up with concealer, but that's not how to do it. Also, if you want your eye, like if you're like, oh, my eyes are too small for black liner, you know, my eyes are too small to do wing liner, then to widen up your eyes is to use white. To widen up your eyes is to use white eyeliner at the waterline right here. It'll open it up and it'll make your eyes appear bigger. You could even apply white on the inner corners to open up your eye sockets. It'll make your eyes look bigger just the way you want it. So white will make your eye bigger. If you feel like your eyes are too big for whatever reason, lucky you can go ahead and use black liner. The black liner on the waterline will make your eyes more seductive. As you can see here, my eyes, they're looking fierce because I applied the black liner. Now, if you want your eyes to pop, like bam, you're gonna go ahead and use color liner. Color liner such as blue, pink, purple, like a bright purple, red, those make your eyes pop. They don't really do nothing about the shape, but they just say, hey, I'm right here. So there's that as well. Color liners does give a different image of your eye look. It gives it a different appearance. So just keep that in mind when you're working with eyeliner. You could even make your eyes look shorter, longer, depending on how you do it. If you apply half white, half black, your eyes are gonna appear a little bit like longer, if I'm not mistaken. But there's that. I just want to give you that quick tip and trick to the eyeliner. Now, without further ado, let's keep on watching. So when doing a wing liner, you want to know exactly what kind of felt tip you're going for. If you're into liquids, you want to make sure you get a tip that's nice and sharp. I recommend something like this. This is from the Wet n Wild Mega Liner assemble, and it comes in a jar like this. You could easily get this at the dollar store, you could get this at Walgreens, you could get this at Target, you could get this anywhere. They come in many colors, black, purple, blue. Right now I have purple, but I would recommend this for beginners because of how thin that tip is. Then you have your liquid eyeliner pen, where the tip is like this. You see how fine that line is? This is another one that I would recommend. It's great, it's flexible. There's also something like this. This is another Wet n Wild brand. This is another liquid liner. However, you see how thick. It might be a little more difficult to work with, but it is possible. I would always recommend you keep concealer around. Concealer is your best friend. Keep secrets. And then there's also something like this, a little similar to that previous one. These tips, the thickness of the tip matters. you got to learn how to work with it. I would recommend for beginners, you want to use a smaller, thin tip. So for this technique, we're going to go ahead and work on very thin lines. I'm using the e.l.f. H2O Proof Eyeliner Pen. It's a really thin bristle here. As you see that, it's very thin. So we're going to go ahead and draw out a line across our lid. See how I'm already working it? Very thin. Bring it all the way down to my eye, the outer corner. There. Now, to wing it out, we want to try to aim for where our brow shape is at. That's what we want to go for. So, I'm going to map it out. I know my brow's here. So depending on how you long it, that's where you're gonna go ahead and trace it in midair. See how long you want it to define it. I usually like my liner long, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it here, around that area, so I know where I'm going at. Like that. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it. You see how there's like a small gap? That's where we're gonna connect the small line to the wing. So being very careful still. Connecting it. Just like that. Really carefully. Now my wing is not complete, if you can tell. I'm gonna go ahead and define that line now. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna switch liners. This liner is acting up today. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I know it's not the same color, but we'll make it work. Using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner, I'm going to go ahead and finish that line. Like that. Now, if your eyeliner is a little bit patchy, just go ahead and fill the rest in. I got a little patchy here. There. And now, look at that line. If you feel like your liner is too glossy, and it doesn't dry up as a matte shade, just go ahead and grab a really flat brush, pack black shadow on it, or whatever color shadow your liner is, and then just press it on. It'll go ahead and be matte. Plus,
don't mind this crazy look. I'm in the middle of filming another tutorial, so okay, so when doing eyeliner, this second technique is usually really helpful for beginners. This is how I learned out, like, you know, this is how I learned. So I'm gonna go ahead and teach you guys how to learn for beginners out there. You're gonna go ahead and grab a piece of tape.
of the end of your eye up here, the end of your brow. You always want to make sure your brows are even. That way your liner is going to be even. So you're going to go ahead and grab your eyeliner. Get as much product off of it as possible. Yes, off of it. As much as possible. Start in the middle and work a line towards that tape area. Just follow the line of your eyes. Now, depending on how high, how long, how thin you want your wing, you're going to go ahead and just draw it. It's going to look crazy right now, but when you take the tape off, you're going to see that sharp edge. A little more product, very little. And I'm going to go ahead and finish the line from the inner corner. Let me see how it looks on camera. I haven't done a tape technique in so long, so I mean, you guys can see from here, right? That looks really good. Okay, so only here, there's like a little indent. All I gotta do is just fill it in. And this looks a little thinner than this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish connecting that line. Other than that, you know, if you see like there's any patchiness or it's not fully connected, just go ahead and touch it up. Very gentle. If you have a thinner brush, go for it. Use that thin brush. You don't want to make any mistakes right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just... So now we're going to go ahead and just do our waterline. I'm using a little gel pencil. It's the Broadway Colors 24-Hour Intense Eyeliner. So I'm just going to use that. That, you guys, conclude my video of my eyeliner tutorial 101. You tell me what you think about it. I know I only gave 2 techniques out, but hey, I think those are the only 2 you need. If you know any more techniques, go ahead and write them down in the comments below. I would love to learn other techniques, but I'll also learn so that way I can show people those techniques. You know, it's always great to learn different techniques. Just like when it comes to blending, does your brows, when it comes to eyeliner, there's many ways to do makeup. So, you know, if you have any other techniques, go ahead and write those down below. But, you know, for beginners, I think those are the best techniques. Always start off thin and then work your way out there. Use the tape technique if you're pretty scared on how to make it even, aligned, and thin as possible. So those are the techniques, but excuse this. I was in the middle of doing another tutorial on my inspiration version of the Splatoon characters, and I was also doing color eyebrows. So I'll go ahead and just link those down below in case you want to watch that. But you know, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to do that. And go ahead and like, comment on, if you have any questions, comments, concern, go ahead and write that down below. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos. My husband does my makeup challenge and my DIY liquid highlighters. Those are coming out soon as well. I have a whole bunch of other videos coming out, but for now, those are the only ones I'm going to mention because those are coming out next. You know, but without further ado, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My Instagram is scottytohottie.4. My Twitter is scottytohottie_4. So there's that as well. And, you know, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, hotties.